Okay, 2009 Honda Shadow Aero 750 fuel tank removal. We've already got the seat off. We've already done the oil change on it. We've done the rear differential service on it. Actually, I should probably just thread that back in for now because we're not doing that yet. Anyway, to get the fuel tank off, we've got a bolt at the back of the fuel tank that needs to come off. We want to make sure that our fuel shutoff is in the off position. We've got a little snap ring on the fuel line back in there. I've already pushed it back some. Then we've got the fuel line itself that's going to come off. Now before you take this off, I've already done this and made a mess. Put a rag or paper, something back there to soak up some of the gas that will spill out when you take this off. Then we just go ahead and push that fuel line right on off. Now mine's not spilling because I already made a mess. Hey, that's how we learn. And this is kind of my first time. So anyway, fun stuff. So we get that off, at which point it's time to loosen up this bolt back here. You can use a 12mm socket or a 1/2-inch socket. Right now I'm using a 1/2 because I can't find the 12. Haha. We kind of keep an eye on all of our parts and how they went together. And then on the other side of the tank, there's kind of like an overflow vent line. Get that light. It's this gray. This line here just comes off. It goes on a valve underneath the tank. I'll show, or a little fitting on the tank. I'll show you that in a second. And now we're ready to go ahead and take the tank off. Tank removal is pretty easy. Just up, back, and then we get hung up on something and have to stop and take a look to see what we're doing. Okay, never mind. Fuel tank was just catching on my LED lights. So we set the fuel tank aside. And as we can see, there are 2 pegs on either side of the bike. Rubber pegs right there. Behind the radiator cap, we got this thing right here. And we've got one on the other side. And this looks like that little hose that was hanging up. This little hose right here was also on that fuel petcock valve. So now that you know, when you guys do this, hopefully you won't have any problems. And for reference, here's what the underside of our tank looks like. We can see those 2 spots on that fuel shutoff valve, the little vent on the back end of the fuel tank, And then the clip, the sockets that go around those little rubber pads. Whoops, shit. Anyway, that's about it for fuel tank removal. More in a few minutes.